Hello, welcome to another Gun Battle Operation 2 video. That is the new suit, the modified Rick Dijeh. I almost just straight up just call it the Rick Dijeh, which is not. That's a support, and I'm pretty sure this is that suit, just, modified. So that's where the name comes from. And, yeah, I believe it's a Moon Gundam suit. And yeah, it's a 600 raid, so another high cost raid, and I only got one match here for you. Maybe if this takes too long, I can post another match, which that one that one is really weird. But that is a space match. But here we have a ground match in a raiding match, and unfortunately, I am not very good playing raids. I've made that known very much so every time I play one. And this thing has weapons that I really don't like using, like the Hakushiki beam rifle and the shrapnel bazooka, specifically the one that this suit uses along with the regular Dijeh. For some reason, that shrapnel bazooka I just cannot make work whatsoever. Trying to get a stun with it, I can get directly, like, straight up just meat shot somebody with it, and I don't get a stun. And I can see people stun, snipe shoot me with it, and then I get stunned. It's like, how'd you do that? I want to learn your secrets, right? But anyway, we're gonna get to the stats here. This is a 600 raid, and it has 20,500 health. You have 18 ballistic resistance, 20 beam resistance, 28 melee resistance, 21 range strength, 39 melee strength, 135 movement speed, 230 boost speed. You have 75 thruster gauge and 72 turning speed, which I believe turns into 81 in space, because it does have, I think it has space compatibility. And for slots, you have 20 close, 16 mid, and 8 long range slots. And yeah, so for this suit, I feel like you should definitely buff up some of your resistances, especially that 20 beam and the definitely probably want to go for that melee resistance as well, because yeah, you're at 600, and if you're going to be using this at 650, yeah, there's a lot of suits at that cost, general wise, raid wise as well, that can just completely and utterly fuck you up if you make a mistake. So make sure you go get some resistances. And definitely, I think I kind of just left the range strength as is and went for the melee strength. So I went for defense and melee. That's usually how I do my setups. But yeah, seems to be working fine. But yeah, so now we're going to the weapons here. For your first weapon, you have the Hakushiki beam rifle. It returns once more on another suit. That thing is basically just candy at this point. Everybody shares a Hakushiki beam rifle, except instead of like a mass production beam rifle. But yeah, so Hakushiki beam rifle, 2,400 damage, 4 rounds, 350 range, and yeah, it's a basic stun weapon. You get a stun and you walk in and go for your melee. Well, you do have 2 melees here, so. We're going to start off with the first melee here. That is the Rick Dijeh Beam Naginata, which is 2,350 damage. I believe it's is the same as the support Rick Dijeh, so it has a level 1 and a level 2. And yeah, it's a basic Naginata melee with the same downswing, so make sure you angle yourself correctly when you do that downswing, because if you're too much to the left, you can miss hitting somebody on the right side. So just be careful with that. Actually, I think it might be if you're too much to the right side. No, it's going to be left. Too much on the left side, you might miss on the right side. And hey, you got a tackle, nice. So yeah, nice simple starting off here, with the simple stun, simple melee. Now for your secondary weapons, you have the head-mounted Vulcan Type 3, which is 95 damage with 80 rounds and 200 range. And I believe the Vulcans do stun around the halfway point, maybe at 50 rounds. When you're using them just for that to stun, obviously you want to throw it in with something else if you have it. But it's fine, decent little damage setup there. They're Vulcans. Next weapon is the Clay Bazooka Shrapnel, which is 80 damage per little pellet with 4 rounds and 150 range. And yeah, for me, the Clay Bazooka Shrapnel just doesn't work for me. I mean, that's just me, though. I've seen a lot of people make do with it. It's just a shotgun. You want to use it at close range. You don't want to use it. It cannot re-stun if you're using the Hakushiki beam rifle to stun first. So ideally, what a lot of people try to do with it is they get a stun with the Hakushiki beam rifle, they wait for a dodge roll, and then they go for the bazooka. Or, if it's a support and they're far enough away, they can get closer and go for wait for the support to start boosting or moving again. Then they can go for that stun with the shrapnel bazooka. But yeah, that's one of the biggest problems for me using this suit. Is just trying to get that stun with the shrapnel bazooka, because since I don't like using the Hakushiki beam rifle, sometimes I'll miss the Hakushiki beam rifle as you saw right there, and then I'll try to go for the shrapnel, and then I go for a shot, and I only do 150 damage, or like 57, I think, this match at one point, and don't get a stun. But you know, if you, a lot of people who are used to using the clay bazooka shrapnel, they're gonna have no problems using this at all, and you know that's a second stun that you have, so that's 2 stuns. And now you have, and of course that doesn't, you know, bring up the point where if you don't get a stun, I should say, if you don't get a stun with the shrapnel bazooka, you can also throw in your Vulcans to try and make up for that with a stun accumulation. So don't forget about that, unless you just want to go straight to your beam rifle. But yeah, next weapon here, you have the Beam Saber ×2, which is 2,700 damage. And hey, I think I just baited that guy with a double tackle, so nice. And yeah, the Beam Saber is your basic Beam Saber, double Beam Sabers. The downswing, I believe, is similar to the Nero Trainers. And I'm pretty sure the Nero Trainer shares it a lot with a bunch of suits that have those double Beam Sabers. And yeah, it does a lot of damage. It feels like it takes a little bit longer to ready up compared to other melee weapons, but you know, you still have 2 melee weapons, so you'll be doing some high damage if you get that triple downswing off. So yeah, pretty good there. And now for your next weapon, the Knuckle Sealant Launcher, which is 300 damage, 1 round, 250 range, and yep, that's the Kumi Launcher. You shoot that at somebody, they slow down, and it counts as a stun as well. So that's a 3rd stun that you have. So you have potentially 3 stun locks in a row. You can go for the Haikushiki Beam Rifle, into the Sealant, into the Bazooka, the Shrapnel Bazooka, however you want to go with that. And yeah, it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but again, counts as another stun, and it does slow people down as well. It's not super insane, right? They're not like molasses level, but it's noticeable. And then finally, for a shield, you have a large size shield, which is 6,000 health, so nice. I feel like it doesn't cover too much, but that's probably because the Rick Dijeh is such a massive fucking suit that it doesn't feel like it. It's always good to at least, you know, try to shield things at least, so just keep that in mind. You do have a shield, that's pretty nice. It does have some decent health on as well, 6,000. Now for your skills, you have Assault Booster level 3, Balancers, you have Ambac level 2, Maneuver Armor level 2, which is nice. I believe you take 10% less damage while you're boosting. Force Injectors level 2, you have Melee Combo Controller, that's 2 melee swings. You have a Dodge Roll, you have Flight Control level 2, Blast Stabilizer, so if you're around a suit when it blows up, you don't get stunned. You have Back Add-on Buffer level 2, I believe that's 15%. Leg Buffer level 2, you have Thrust Precision, which allows you to do a double tackle. That is really good for mixing people up for... I think I did it this match where I tackled and I still had some leftover boost, so the guy went for a melee and just tackled again. So if people aren't careful, you can just do that. You also have Interrupt Tackle, which is nice. I don't believe I made use of that this match. And basically what Interrupt Tackle does is if you're doing your melee or your downswing, you can tackle and interrupt while you're in the middle of that melee hit. So you can go... As soon as you go for that downswing and you hit the, as soon as you hit somebody, you can go for a tackle and then go in for another melee swing or something else, right? Or maybe if you whiffed your downswing, you can go straight into that tackle to counter anybody coming towards you, right? Then you have Enhanced Tackle level 5, which it's okay. You do like 2,300 damage to like supports, but hey, mission complete real fast. We'll see what we got going on real quick. And hey, top assist, nice. The other Ray was doing a lot better than I was, so I'll be praising him. But I don't think we got a bad score. So yeah, second place, 2-2. Obviously, I was doing a lot more damage-wise, assist-wise. Yeah, pursuit assist with 43,000 pursuit assist. Damn, yeah. So I was doing better. Just being an assist suit. I was kind of playing more like a general this match, which honestly I think this thing does feel kind of like a general. But yeah, so anyway, back to the skills here. You have Enhanced Tackle level 5, so that'll be useful for the double tackle, I guess, if you somehow whiffed your tackle on a support or your melee on a support and you just want to get some extra damage, I guess. Or maybe you went for your full combo and the support's just barely not dead, so then you go for a tackle, I guess. There's that. And then you have EX Boost, which that is a skill that was on the Stark Jagan. What that does is you get I believe 5 seconds of extra boost speed or extra thruster gauge, unlimited thruster gauge I should say, and you can go as far as you want, but as soon as you tackle or do a dodge roll, then it goes away completely. So funnily enough, you can do a third tackle with that, so if you really want to meme on somebody, you can do the double tackle and then go for the third tackle into like a downswing or something, right? So yeah, there's potential to do some stupid stuff with that. But yeah, that is the modified Rick Dijeh, I should say. And yeah, it's a pretty good raid unit. You know, there's nothing inherently awful about this suit playing it. Although I would say the resistances can be a little bit fucky with how big your suit is. Thankfully, you do have a shield that kinda works. But then again, you are a huge ass suit, so you're a big hitbox. Be wary of that. You do have skills that will let you succeed. You have maneuver armor, you have like blast stabilizer, melee combo controller, you have a dodge roll, a double tackle. And in case you miss that tackle and you tackle somebody, you have enhanced tackle to do at least some damage. And of course that EX boost, which two of these skills I really didn't use too much. The interrupt tackle and the EX boost. It's kind of weird trying to throw in the interrupt tackle when you have two melees. So maybe I guess if you, I don't know, maybe for if you're using the EX boost or something. I don't know. I have to play with the suit a little bit more because again, I'm not too big on playing raids, and this suit uses weapons that I just don't like. That's not a knock against the suit because I've seen what people who have played suits similar to this, like the regular Dijeh, I've seen how they can use suits like this, and you can do pretty fantastic with it. I've seen people do pretty fantastic with this suit. But is it the best raid at 600? I don't know. I still see a whole lot of Rigazis being used because I mean honestly you have stun locks, you have a heavy attack as well that can do just insane damage to people, even generals, that goes through shield and buffers. I still see the Bawu being used. You have a ranged raid right there which can be pretty valuable against some of the supports you see on the ground like the Super Gundam, which this suit could struggle a little bit against if the enemy team is real hightailing it towards it. So yeah, the Rick Dijeh, I think the Rick Dijeh is a good suit. It has the skills and the weapons to succeed, but I don't think it's the best raid. I think it can still get beat out by the typical high tier raids, but it does have some pretty interesting gimmicks attached to it. You know, the interrupt tackle and the enhanced tackle with the EX boost. And of course, it has your typical raid abilities. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want. I'd really appreciate it. And you know, type up in the comment section how you feel about the modified Rick Dijeh. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I like the suit, like appearance-wise. Unfortunately, just the way it plays and the weapons it uses, I just can't use it. I got really lucky this match because we had like a pretty good team, so I can kind of support them. I was not playing a very optimal raid, which is my fault. Again, that's nothing against this suit because I think this suit in the right hands is really good. Unfortunately, my hands are not the right hands. They're too small and they're fragile. They cannot handle this kind of raid. But you know, again, if like I can't wait to see other people trying this out and doing some disgusting things with the interrupt tackles and the the EX boost. So I think there's some merit to this suit for sure. But yeah, unfortunately, it's just not my kind of suit. But I still think it's good. And yeah, with that, I will see you guys later. Bye.